Going live now. Okay, I got the warnings. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Okay, am I on live? Okay, actually I'm not sure if I'm live or not. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Forex Dream. So finally, I'm on live right now. So I've been struggling for the last 15 minutes trying to get the live stream up and running, and we finally managed to do that because I got the new laptop yesterday. So I was trying to get the that new laptop up and running on the live stream. I did test it yesterday; it was no problem, but however, just it was about to live stream. It just started to play out, so I had so I'm streaming it from my old one again. So I was hoping to do it today, but we did not manage to do that. Hopefully tomorrow. But so for this one, I'm streaming from my old laptop. Hopefully tomorrow we're gonna manage for the new laptop. I'm gonna test it again and see how it's gonna go. Okay, so guys, I've seen already a few messages in here. Morning, Shazad, Mima, hello. Everybody's feeling good. Great about today. Good morning. Hey George, Shaz is fine. Hey Shaz. Yeah, we are good. I'm good. Mima is saying morning, dear. No worries at all. Thank you. All right. Sarang is here. Good morning. Clean shave. Yeah, I did actually today. So right, okay, so I need to actually I need to get this trading view up running first, because I had everything ready on my new platform, but then it started to fail me for some reason. I'm gonna address it. Let's see. Oh, let me just write this one down as well. This one is slower than the new one. So I got the new laptop yesterday and it looks good. It's very powerful. So it has also better quality camera, as always is much faster than this my old one. So I needed to upgrade and I bought it yesterday. So this one is 3 currency pairs. So guys, I hope you are all doing very good and we are ready to start our live stream finally for the 10 minutes late. So in this video I pre-selected all the 3 currency as I usually do. So New Zealand dollar against USD, Euro against British pounds, followed by Australian dollar against USD. So I got these 3 currency pairs, and if you want any currency pairs, just shoot it in the live chat, as well as if you've got any other questions, just pop it in the live chat. I'm gonna come back to it and address the your questions, your inquiries, or the currency pairs, whatever that is, anything about trading. So we do have 1.5 hours today, as always on the every session. So we do have that 1.5 hours, and it's good enough time. But obviously, if no one is asking questions, then I will be signing out early. So. But we do have that 1.5 hours. I do have my lovely assistant in here who is helping me out in your inquiries to make sure that I don't miss anything. So without further ado, let's start jumping to the New Zealand against the USD and start analyzing on that one. Okay, so the daily time frames on the New Zealand dollar, it's actually looking. The New Zealand USD looks better than pretty much all the other USD currencies I've checked. I think New Zealand dollar and Australian dollar against USD looks better than the other currencies. The only thing I haven't checked was Euro against the USD, but the NZD USD looks pretty decent. So we've seen that the price came down at least. It hasn't taken up. So price came down and tested this daily lows down here. It failed to take out this spike low though. Let's just triple check if it has. No, it has not failed. It has not taken out this spike low down here. But as of this move in here, it's looking pretty strong towards the downside. and I'm thinking that I will give it a try for the short trades. Potentially, as of the first target, I will be looking down to this low in here. I think I did analyze this currency last week, so it does have a similar kind of similar view. What was it, 14th? I think it was on Friday or Thursday. I said that I was looking for the price to come down and potentially when taking out this low. It hasn't did that one. It hasn't taken out this low. However, it does looking pretty decent for the short side. So it just I would give it one try if the price retraces. So for our target, we would be looking around 58, around 58.60, but we need to find an entry and see how the stop loss is gonna go on that one. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, on a 4-hour time frame, the retracement is looking good. So we had this nice 4-hourly bearish candle and followed by this 4-hourly candles, which is decent retracement so far. We're gonna see how it's gonna go. So now we want to look for the potential where the price might be heading and where it might stop, because so far it does looking good. The only thing is though, we do have these 4-hourly sort of spike highs, so this resistance zone, and it did check on the last 4-hourly candle, so it came up, already checked it, and now it's coming up for another try. So I think that this might manage to break this zone and maybe even go higher. So that's we're gonna see. Let's go to 1-hourly time frame. So that's the one thing we need to be cautious a bit. However, on a 1-hourly time frame, yeah, this area looking good as of our entry for the 1-hourly time frame. Certainly. So 59.70 zone, and let's see what we can do as of this stop loss is going. 59.70, so 80, 10 pips too tight. So we'll be looking 15 or 20 pips stop loss. Okay. So the hour entry, the potential entry is going to be up to this level. So we do have a decent resistance level up here, which is actually about 10 pips away. So it's not that far away to take the trade. So roughly about 59.70 zone. It could be a couple of more pips up or down, but I would wait for the 59.70. Maybe if it's coming up a bit more momentum, if it has a bit more momentum, then I might give it a couple of more pips and take the trade just around here, because the price might want to come out and take out this spike high in here, and that looks like a good potential, even though it might not work out because the price already came down and tested this support level. However, the way it's coming up, it looks like a retracement, and it's worth to take the trade on this one. So as I said, 59.70 our potential entry. As of the stop losses goes, we need a minimum 15 pips. 15 pips would be too tight, so you might want to give it a 20 pips, and if you want to be extra safe, 25 pips. And the target was, okay, so our entry is at 59.70. Let's see, what was the target? I forgot the level. So 59.70, and our target's gonna be at about 58.70. So this is more like a semi-swing on this one, semi-swing trades. So 58.70. So we're looking for the 100 pip gain on this one. So that will be down to this level, will be our target. So this is like a semi-swing trade. We're looking about, if you want to take 100 pips, then give it a 20 pips at the very minimum. So 20 pips stop loss. If you want to give it a bit extra stress, give it extra 5 or 10 pips on top of it. So about 30 pips if you want. I might give it 20 or 25 pips stop loss, because we have 100 pip reward, which is pretty decent. So 100 pip, and if you risk 25 pips, then we're looking 1 to 4 risk reward, which is pretty good. So this is on a sell side. Yeah, so this is definitely deserves a shot on this one, but as I said, because the price is is on this daily support. Price might push even further up. So this one actually would be 60, 30, 25. Okay. Actually, the ideal stop loss probably would be, yeah, the ideal stop loss would be above this daily high up here, but that would mean that we're gonna have a wider stop loss. So if we enter at 59.70 and have our stop losses at 60.30 at 60 pips, so I'd rather take a second trade if I want to. I'd rather give it another try for the second trade than have a wide stop on the trades like this one, because if we give it 60 pips stop loss, then 100 pip gain, that's not good. So I'm going to write the levels down and now on this one. So what was that? Nzdusd. The type is oops, the type is sell. Oh, my caps lock. My caps lock isn't on. I don't like writing on a caps lock. It's Nzdusd. So USD type is sell. Type is sell. The entry would be what was the entry? 59.70, I believe. Yeah, 59.70. It's only 10 pips away. 59.70. Oops. 59.70. Stop loss would be 20 or 25 pips. You can give it a bit extra because we can allow it, because we have the 100 pip gain on this potential trade, so you can give it 30 or even 35 pips if you want to. I personally like to keep my stops fairly tight because of the risk reward reasons, but we can allow to give it even 35 pip stop loss at the end. If it's gonna get to the target, then then we're still gonna work. Our risk reward is gonna work out 1 to 3, which is pretty good. So I might actually give it 30. Let's see how it's gonna come up. So 25 pips. The target's gonna be at 0.50. 58.70 was 58.70. So that will be. So that will be Nzdusd. Okay, Nzd. Okay. So let's come back to. Oh, there's quite a few people. So good morning, good morning. Amir says hi. Please look at the euro against Canada. Okay, Amir. Hey Saish, give an eye on euro against New Zealand dollar. Okay, no problem. I'm day 3 in the learning process. Please go easy. Okay, Shaz, I'll try to go easy on it. Day 3, very fresh. Very new. Okay, Sang says, George, Australian dollar against New Zealand dollar could be a nice move. Okay, so we got quite a few requests on the currencies. That's good. So okay, let's jump into the euro against what was it? Canada. So euro against Canada. Let's go to euro against Canada. Eurocat. Let's see what we have. Yeah. Oh, actually, oh, I don't have a setup. I don't even have my set. I did not even do my MT4 platform because it happens everything too quick. Okay, so euro against Canada. So this is a daily time frame on this. So as we have still some of the new members, the way I do my analysis on as of the day trade or the semi-swing, I do top-down approach. So I start from, in this case, like daily time frames and drill down to the 4-hourly, 1-hourly time frame and have this bigger picture in mind. So see how the price is behaving, and then I'm looking for that specific entries. I generally use for the entries. I do have my strategy, which I use the my style as of the smaller time frames just to gain the entry, but I do look for the bigger time frames such as daily, 4-hourly and 1-hourly, and putting everything into that picture and see where the price might want to go. Okay, so we're starting in daily time frame. Okay, so this one looking slightly choppy, slightly as of the daily time frame. So we have this sort of a range. It looks like kind of similar to the euro against British pounds, bit similar. So the price, we had this nice move on the last week, I believe, I don't know, it was Wednesday or Tuesday. So we have this nice bullish move towards upside. So it came to this resistance zone up here, and then had this reaction retracement, then came up again, and now it's not really doing much. I know it's only Monday and it's the beginning of the week, which is pretty normal. It does. Price is not really on Mondays. Pretty much is the quiet day, so that's normal to expect. Okay, so what we have on the 4-hour time frame. So the price came up. So it looks price tested this level, and now looks like it's retracing. However, it's still on a choppy range, even on the daily time frame, and yeah, we do have it on the 4-hour time frame. We had this sort of retracement, then the price came back up to the same resistance level in here. So might be where the price might go. Let's have a look at the 1-hour time frame. Let's see what we have on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, prices make its way down slowly. So this, we have this 1-hourly support level in here as well as down to this level. So the potentially for this one to 52.05. Okay, 52.05. So we do have this 1-hourly support. So that looks definitely stronger than just. That's maybe where the price is heading at the moment. It's 152.05. That looks like a decent support level as of the 1-hour time frame goes. So this level's there. So maybe the price is heading that way. However, because we are in a choppy range, let's have a look at the daily again. As of the bigger time frames, such as the daily time frame concerns, it does looking that it's going down. However, we do have this. We did this move, so we can see that when the price came down in this level, so it took out this this low down here. Then we had this aggressive reaction, followed by a nice fall down to this level. And then now price is kind of being a bit mysterious, and then it's going to this, it went to this choppy range in here. So I would not make too much faraway targets on this one yet. So there's a 50. Okay, we have this daily as well at 51.70. So I'm trying to anticipate where the price could be heading. So we got this daily time frame of 151.70. That could be a decent one actually. Okay, let's go back to the 1-hourly time frame. Of 51.70. So it's down to this level. Okay. I would be looking on this one for the short side, but the price has to show me that it wants to come down. So and the way it does that, so we have this decent support level down to this 52.05 zone, as I said earlier. So down to this these lows, and we have another lows up to this the other side on the left. And so I want to see the price coming down to this level, so 52.05, and I do want to see a nice bearish candle. And if the price does that, then I will be interested to take the short trade on that one. However, if it doesn't do that, then I will not be taking the trade on this one. So the price has to come down first on this level down here with a strong bearish close. The other question is the retracement, so that's the one I'm struggling at the moment. So if the price comes down at 52.05. Okay, no, that will be too far away. So now I'm looking what would be the potential for the entry if the price comes down at 52.05. Actually, I don't really see much as of this one is pretty weak for the potential entry on this one. Yeah, I don't really see opportunity on this one. The other potential will be then price has to come and break ideally this low down here. So if the price, so let's say because I can't really find the entry on this level. So let's say if the price comes down to this level, and even if it closes nicely, I don't really see the potential for the entry, because the first potential entry I do see the up to this level, which is at 52.30, but it's about 25 pips away, and for this type of trade, it's too far away retracement, so I don't really feel that it will be a good idea. So on this case, then if the price comes down at 51.90, 51.92, roughly about 51.92, so I do want to see the price coming down, taking on this spike low down here, and also the strong bearish close. Then with the retracement, so 52.91, and then retracement up to about 52.05 zone. So that supports in here. So once the price breaks that level and it closes, then this support level will become the resistance. So once the price comes down here, breaks this spike low and closes nicely, and then I want to see the retracement up to this level in here. So we're looking about roughly about 15 pip retracement after the price comes down at this level. So let's use 52.05. So 152.05 with the, now let's see the stop losses. Our target is 51.70, so we're looking about 35 pips gain, so we can't really give about 15 or 20 pips. Actually, it would be longer, 15 or 20 pips. Okay, personally, I will not take these trades as of for me, just because it's for the stop loss range is not very good. So if we take the trade at 52.05, then the stop loss, even if we put at 20 pip stop loss, okay, yeah, even if we put the 20 pip stop loss, it's still not really it's not really good. So it's not there is no any specific level we put the price. We generally put like the price if it's if we are in this case will be just be above the highs, which in this case gonna be we got this different highs in here. But if we place the stop loss like somewhere here, then I can't really justify taking you in the trade, because the risk reward is gonna be so bad. So that's why it's not really good in this case. So if you really want to take the trade, then you can, but you are kind of living to the chance that the price can come up easily. If we put the stop loss up down after this level, then the price can come up easily and take out the stop loss, and maybe even continue to our original direction. So not the ideal trade on this one, maybe in the future. So yeah, I would say no on this trade as of the shorts, and I can't really justify the long trade yet. So okay, let's go for so Sarang is saying, I think look, I made a double top. Yes, it did, but because we are still in a choppy range, does not really means that the price will continue to fall without any. We can see that the price already tested in here, so we can see that tested. So it made already multiple tests, and in here, so we tested quite a few times. Yes, maybe it will continue down to this zone, down to, was it down to this level? It was down to this level at 51.70. Yeah, could be. Maybe when breaks and comes down to this level, but so far what the price is showing me right now, it's not very strong. So I can't really just use only the double top as of to justify just taking the trade. I put you always need to put not just one. You need to collect, let's say, like the evidence, so one or two or three things together when it's in the same level. So let's say if for instance, if we have, okay, 4 hourly is not bad. So let's say we have a high, the high, and maybe some 500 moving average, or and maybe some monthly pivot. For instance, I'm just using for the example. So that will be like three different evidence, let's say, in the same level that will make it even stronger. So just because of the double top, especially this is only a 4 hourly time frame, and on a daily time frame, it's, yeah, it's chopping around. So it can of course come down to this level, or it can come up and break it. We do not know that one, but so far what I see, what's in front of me is basically what I just said earlier. So I do want to see a bit more confirmation before I would have taken the trade. And because I can't really justify taking the, as of the risk reward wise, I can't really justify taking the trades as of the have a profits down to here. Then I would not. If I don't have a risk reward, then I don't take the trade. The other thing you can do is to leave your targets down to this level, but then the higher chance that the price might chop around and then take your stop out. So that's another risk. So personally, I would not be looking to take the trade. Maybe if the price comes down to this level and does some moves and retraces up to that level, then I will be willing to take the trade towards short side. But for now, I don't see the opportunity for the for me to take the trade on this particular currency pair. So that's my view on that. Euro against NZD. So I'm not gonna. Oops. So I will not mention any levels. Yeah, I'm not gonna write the levels on this case because yeah, it doesn't look that good. So Euro, was it Euro against our New Zealand dollar? There's a lot of Euro requests today. So Euro against NZD. Let's go to Euro against NZD. So we have Euro Canada and Euro against New Zealand. Okay, this one can be different. Right, okay, so we are on a daily time frame of Euro NZD. So the price, ooh, sneaky, so it did not, almost, it was so close. So the price came up, I think this is a Friday candle. Yeah, this is a Friday candle. So we have this nice bullish candle up here, and the price came up, but it has failed to take out this spike highs in here. We have this resistance level in here, but so far it does looking good. As of the candle wise goes, the candles are looking strong on this particular occasion. The candles are looking good, similar to the NZD USD in a way. So let's have a look at the, in this case I would actually expect for the price to potentially even maybe break this level as well and continue higher, just if we're gonna give it a try or not. So let me have a look at the weekly time frame, see what we have on the weekly time frame. Okay, on the weekly time frame, yeah, weekly time frame looking good as of the this is the last week candle. As we can see, we have this very strong bullish candle, which means a lot of buyers, a lot of momentum towards upside. So buyers managed to push the price very high. We have this tiny tail, which even makes it stronger. So it's almost the full body candle, bullish candle. So just a matter of affect if the price gonna push, if it's gonna break that zone or not. So 1 week it covered this quite a fairly decent ground actually, 76.30 to up to, oh wow, this is a decent move, 76.30 to 82. Wow, okay, that's a decent, that's a very decent move. It's a good few hundred pips on it, so it covered in 1 week, so that's quite impressive. So this, I would say, there's a good chance that the price will manage to break this high potential. Okay, let's look at the short time frame. Let's go to the 4-hourly time frames. Yeah, it looks very similar to the NZD-USD. For the NZD-USD was the sell, and this is the buy, but it's yeah, New Zealand dollars. Okay, so this one looks like a retracement. So the next support, so the prices came down pretty much to this support. So we have this 4-hourly support level down to this level, and the price is pretty much air kissed that level in here. And maybe let's go to 1-hourly time frame before we make any conclusions. Okay, so it's not, we need to use the 4-hourly, oops, no, 4-hour time frame. 4-hourly time frame. Okay, so the price is pretty much down to this support level, so that will be interesting one. On this one, I would be on looking for the upside. The one thing is it might take some time before it plays out, but so far it's looking pretty good. It has loads of strength, loads of momentum towards upside. So we covered a good few hundred pips in 1 week, which is pretty impressive for the currencies. So the price is now retracing. The only concern I have, it might have maybe have a bigger retracement. The question is where that might be going. So let's use the weekly time frame for that. 80-100, go down to 79. Okay. Okay, so we have this weekly 80-100. It doesn't look as good. Okay, let's go to back to the 4-hourly time frame. This is slightly tricky. 80-100. Yeah, I will be looking for the definitely upside on this one, more upside. I'm just thinking what would be the best way to approach this currency. As you know, that I do like taking trades on the retracements because of the risk rewards potential is greater. But in this case, it's a question of maybe should we wait for the price to push a little bit higher or not. Quite puzzling. 81.13, we have the, I would wait on this one to potentially take out this 4-hourly spike lows in here. I think that would be a good thing to do. Down to 81, roughly about 80-100. We have also that weekly support at this level, which comes to the weekly support. So that would be a good thing to do. So wait for this one, for the price, if the price decides to come down and take out this weekly low down here and see how the price gonna react. So that would be the interesting. So roughly about 80-100, maybe 80-90 zone. So 180-90 zone. So the price has to come down a bit lower than this spike lows down here, and ideally I do not want to see any strong bearish candles, something like this one I do not want to see. So if it something like this one. If we see that kind of candles, then the price probably gonna have a bigger retracement. However, if you're gonna see the candles, something like this one, as this is forming on the last hourly candle, looks all right. Last 4-hourly candle, and also this 4-hourly does not really show much strength towards the downside. So if it's gonna form similar candles like this one, then I would justify taking a trade, most likely somewhere down to, once the price takes out that spike. Well, we also have this 4-hourly support down that level. So let's say potentially we would be looking for 81.15. This is like the estimate number, so I can't really say the exact number because I do want to see the price taking out this spike low. So can't really say what would be the best level to take entry. But as of the estimate, we can say that 81.15 would be fairly decent. This is most likely semi-swing to the swing trade, actually not really for the day trades on this one. So if we take it 81.15, then we need to take the stop losses down to this level 81.15. We would be looking down to about 80.40. Yeah, roughly about 80.40 zone. So that will be 75 pip stop loss. Okay, that's definitely a swing, not really a day trade. So if we're gonna take down to this level 80.60, yeah, that's a good average of stops. So if we get onto 81.15 with a 75 pip stop loss, then I will be looking for definitely for the price to break this level. And if the price manages to break that level, there is a good chance the price will go up to, at the good very minimum, up to this this level in here. So we're looking about 85, about 85.15, roughly about 85.15. So if we get on to 81.15, so will be good 400 pips, so we're risking 75 to make 400. So this is a swing trade, definitely swing potential on this one. I don't see the day trade because there we do have this nice move. So I think that's worth a shot. I know that we are sitting in the resistance area and price maybe even come down to this low. Of course, no one can predict that, but so far what I can see in here, we have this very strong move towards upside, and maybe there's a good chance that the price will break this level. So we're gonna see that. I'm just gonna wait and see what's gonna happen, what the price gonna do, and then we can reassess. So let me have a look at the weekly. Maybe we can use the weekly time frame for or just to make sure I don't miss any potential for the. Okay, now we're gonna use the daily time frame on this one. So roughly about 85.15. Okay, I'm gonna write the levels now down to the chat box. So as we said, the entry was roughly about a 181.15, I believe. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame. Yeah, roughly about 181.15. Okay. So let's go to. So Euro NZD. So let's go Euro NZD. Type would be a buy on this one. Buy, and for the entry, 181.15 for the entry. Again, this is not really the exact level, just the estimated, because I can't really estimate for the good potential entry. But wait for this for the price to come down on a 4-hour time frame to take out that spike low down there. So I do want to see the price doing that. before I decide to take the trade. So the stop loss wise would be 75 pips, I believe it said, and the target is at 185.15. So we're looking 400 pips. So that's pretty decent. And if we are wrong on this one, then we are wrong on this one. But there's a good, there's a definitely good potential on this as of the swing trades goes. This is not on a day trade, so Euro NZD on this one. Australian against NZD. Okay, so let's go back to the. Okay, so Amir says, thanks for the effort. You're welcome, Amir. Not a problem. Shaz, are there any plans? Okay, I'm gonna actually return because I do have one more currency. Australian dollar against NZD, right? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna come back to the question. So don't worry, I'm not ignoring anyone. So I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna do this. AUD and ZD. Okay. AUS. AUS or AUD. It's probably Australian dollar against USD. Let me just check. AUD and ZD. Yeah, it's probably AUD and ZD. I think just a mistake on that. Yeah, so Australian dollar against NZD, so big confusion. AUD NZD. So let's see. Yeah, they're most likely gonna look the similar to the also the Euro against NZD. Yeah, looking pretty similar to this one as well. But sometimes even for the currencies, the pairs, they have the correlation between them, like the euro against NZD, because we have the New Zealand dollar in there. We can see that it does looking kind of similar towards upside, and we're sitting on the pretty much on the daily support, so they look, but sometimes even the currencies have a high correlation between them. We do have the one pair is looking better than for the, like, to take the entry, maybe have a better entry on the one pair than the other one. So it's sometimes it's good to have a look at the both the different pairs, the ones they have a high correlation, because you can find the better entry in one of them than the other one. So let's see if it's the case in here. So as you can see, the daily time frame, the price is testing this nice daily support. Let's go to weekly, see what we have on a weekly candle. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, similar for the last week, we have this nice momentum bullish candle and came up to this weekly resistance. I think on a weekly resistance it looked a bit different actually. Let me just have a look again. Euro against what's it? New Zealand dollar. On a weekly time frame, it looks slightly different. Let's have a look. Okay, what is it doing? Okay, weekly time frame. Okay, yeah, on a weekly time frame, yeah, it does look different on this one, because we had the different moves. Yeah, it does look different on a weekly time frame. I thought it was on the daily time frame is more or less the it's not a huge difference, but on a weekly time frame we do have a difference, because this is also a weekly resistance as well. In here we don't have that weekly resistance. I believe we do not, actually just that one, but this is a bit further away. Okay, let's go back to the Australian dollar against New Zealand dollar. So we do have this strong resistance actually in here, because we do have on the weekly time frame as well as same on the daily time frame. So this is looking particularly interesting, because if the price manages to break this zone, then we're gonna have a nice rally I believe we're gonna have a nice rally at the very minimum up to 0940. Oh, this one doesn't have a nice pip range on here. Okay. Yeah, that will be the next good resistance. So 110. About roughly about 1000. So I'm looking for these levels for the potential as of the for the targets. Okay, let's start with the daily time frame and then drill it down to short time frame. So this is a daily time frame. As I said, the price is stopped at the resistance zone, and it does looking very strong, as we can see it on the weekly time frames. So it does looking pretty strong. We can see this these candles in here, and also we can see on this one it pretty much went one way. I don't know, this is like would be 1 2 3 4 5 6 candles, so it's pretty much like for entire week it just went one way. We did not even have one down bar, and then we had this small retracement up here and up here, then we consolidated a bit, and then price shoots higher. I don't really trade much this currency, Australian dollar against the new NZD, but this, so far what I see is pretty decent. Just a question if the price gonna break that resistance zone or not. Let's go to the 4-hourly time frame. So this one is, yeah, I would say this is more like a waiting game in here. Okay, maybe a day trade. As of the swing potential on this one will be a waiting, definitely waiting game. But however, on the as of the day trades, could be a potential for the maybe short, but I don't like taking the going against the trend, even though it's day trades. Okay, so the price came down, tested this 1-hourly support down here. Now it's coming up to back to this 1-hourly resistance, which is same as daily and weekly resistance at this level. So if it's the price gonna run. All right. Because we have the trend towards upside, as of the swings goes, I would definitely wait for the daily candle to close. So I can't really say anything about the swing yet. And as of the day trades goes, it's a bit tricky, because even if the price breaks this level on a 1-hourly time frame, that doesn't mean the price has broken that level, because we need to see that confirmation on a daily time frame. So I can't really say much. This is more like a waiting game. Maybe if the price breaks this level down at this 7 for the potential the short trades, but because we have the momentum very strong towards upside, that's why I'm hesitant to take the trade, even though it's gonna be for the day trade. I still do not like to trade against the trend. We also have pretty strong on the 1-hourly time frames as well. This 1-hourly bullish candle looking pretty strong, and also on this hour is still pushing pretty high. It does looking pretty strong, so that's why I don't want to risk taking the short trade. And as of the long trades, I can see only potential for a swing opportunity, but it has to do it on a daily time frame. So yeah, this is more like a waiting, sit and wait. Will be interesting for tomorrow, to check out tomorrow how it's gonna be on the daily time frames. Yeah, so this is more like a waiting game in here. So sit and wait, see what's gonna do. We don't have. Okay, let me see again for our time frame. Yeah, we don't much on the 4-hour time frame either. Yeah, sit and wait on this one, so I can't really say any levels on here on Australian dollar NZD. Okay, so I do have my two currencies, I believe. Yeah, I still do have two. I'm gonna go to my. I'm gonna analyze my two currencies, and just go to the questions first. So yes, I'll do that. Are there any plans for the beginners live for the Q&A anytime soon? Shaz, I assume you mean as of the live on just for the Q&A. For now, I did not actually think about this for the just to do a Q&A for the on a live stream, but that could be for the potentially maybe in the future. However, if you got any questions, you can always ask in here, or you can contact me on my social media. You can ask there, and I'll do my best to reply and make the sense depending on the questions you have. So I watched most of them. Thank you. In the meantime, oh right, okay. So this So, Song is saying, George, do you think British pound is going to get strong this week? So far, the way it looks, I don't think so. So far, the just the technicals and doesn't really look that the price gonna get the British pound is gonna get strong. So I do not think so. But then, of course, it can change, obviously. But for now, the way I can see, it's for now unlikely. Okay, let's return to the. Thank you. So euro against British pounds. Okay, so yeah. So I'm going to return to the euro against British pounds. Okay, Shaz is asking, thank you. What is TradingView and what platform do you trade on? The TradingView is pretty much this platform, the one I'm using. I'm using this one, but I don't trade off of the TradingView. I know that a lot of people are using the TradingView, so that's just one of the platforms you can trade on, and they're pretty good for the TradingView. But I have not traded off. Of the TradingView. I use the MetaTrader 4. I traded from the MetaTrader 4. That's another platform you can use to trade off. There's loads of them. You can use just the. I know that a lot of people use the TradingView, so that's why I conduct my analysis on the TradingView. But I do trade from my MetaTrader 4. There's loads of them to trade off. Okay, let's go back to euro against British pounds. So Eurgbp. One thing, guys, please hit that like if you find this video helpful. It really means a lot to me. So please smash that like. Don't be shy. So yeah, hit that like. It really means a lot to me. So, and it also really helps my channel to grow as well. So good thing to do. Right, so euro against British pound. So we are back to the pounds, and we can see I discussed this trade, I believe, on the swing trades. Yes, I did discuss on the swing trades this euro against British pounds. It looking it looks pretty strong. The price is pushing it pretty high, and if you follow my trades as well, I'm long on this trade. As of the swing trades, I'm long on this trade somewhere down to this level, so I'm long from here. I did anticipate that the price will push higher, and it did. As of the we can see this nice bullish candle. It happened surprisingly on Friday. Actually, I was not even expecting for the price to. It was so quiet from the beginning of the day on Friday, but and the other half of the Friday starts skyrockets. So that's good. So as of now, I still have a long view on this one, and I'm looking maybe if I can add the position on this on the existing position which I already have. I might add the position. So just a question of when I'm gonna do that. So far the price made this on Friday. We made this a very strong bullish candle, so it went pretty strong without almost no tails. And now for today it looks like it's having a mild retracement on the daily time frame. So it came down to what we have, a daily support down at this level. I think it might even push a little bit lower actually. Maybe price wants to come down and take out this low, so maybe come down to this this level. So people who are long at the same I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people are long on the euro against British pound, so it's must have been building up a lot of trade. So if let's say the people who get onto at the same level or near to the same level as me, they would have most likely moved the stop losses somewhere down to up to this level. So that's another thing, moving your stop losses too soon, but I'm going to cover that in a different video. So that's I think that's very important. So I'm going to be covering that one on the different video, luckily on the on my on the weekends. So one of my tips videos. So that's the different topic to talk about. So as I said, there most likely going to be a lot of orders down around this level. So this looks like a very psychological level to put the stop losses. So price might come down and down to this level and take out this spike low with the lot of orders down that way, and then continue towards upside. It might take a day or two before it does that. Of course, we don't know that for sure, and if it does that one, if the price comes down to this level, then there could be a potential for the long side. So I'm going to be discussing that maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow, depending what the price is gonna do. So that will be a potential, maybe potential for another swing trades. So for now, look, well, the price is looking strong. Let's see if we can find any maybe day trade opportunities on this one. So we're jumping into the 4-hourly time frame. So the price came up. We put this. Oops. So we put this sort of an inverted hammer followed by a doji, and now the price is going down. So that means that the maybe price will push the level I said just before at the one on daily time frame. I can't really remember what was the level again, but probably at the same down to that level again. But we can always look for the day trade opportunities. So that's why I'm looking at if there's a potential for maybe a short trade up until to that daily low. So let's see on a 1 hour time frame what we have. What we have on a 1 hour time frame. Okay, so on a 1 hour time frame, it is going fairly smooth. So we are having this this move down here. Okay, we do have this sort of support level down to this level, so where the price is already tested on the last hour. So we have this sort of high in here, so the price already tested once. There's a good chance on this hour the price will probably come down down at least to this level, which is at 80, roughly about 89.15 zone, 89.15 zone. So let me have a look at the potential for the targets. Oh, that's too far. Oh no, we do have on a 4-hourly time frame as well. Okay, so we have this 4-hourly low as well. So this is not only 1-hourly time frame. Okay, this makes it a bit complicated. Let's see what is the targets and the potential target. Because we're most likely gonna use the daily time frame to use the target in this case. So that will be 88.85, 88.90, roughly about 88.90. Okay, so we're looking 30. Okay, now let's go back to 1 hourly time frame. So if the price comes down at 89.15, Okay, this is a bit. This setup doesn't look that good. We have a very tight range in here. I do see the opportunity if the, let's say, the price comes down around this level with a strong close, then retraces maybe up around to this level. But we're looking. The retracement is gonna be about not even 10 pips, so I don't like to see that. Okay, it does coming down pretty decently. And the targets will be about at 88-90 zone, so that will be the potential for the target. So in this one, I would say a bit more observation and needed in here as well before taking the trade. Maybe in the next couple of hours, if it's if the market conditions changes, maybe the price demonstrate more strength towards downsides. Then maybe we'll be taking for the short trades, but only for the will be for the day trading, because on a bigger picture I would definitely looking for the upside in here. It does looking very strong. So this is a bit more waiting game in here, maybe next couple of hours. So I'm just gonna sit and observe what it's gonna do. So wait and see. So waiting game on the euro against British pounds, and potentially probably I will be discussing that. If there's gonna be any swing trading opportunities for tomorrow, maybe then I will mention that in here. So euro and British pounds, and what was the other one? Australian dollar against the USD. Thanks to my assistant, she's always in here to help. So Shaz is asking, what's your thoughts on using trading 212 app? Okay, so for the if you want to just the trade off from the app, I would not recommend to just trading from the app. It's just not because of the only 212, but I don't trade off from my MetaTrader, the one I'm trading from. I always use it a laptop or any sort of computer to see it better, because on the mobile screen, it's a very small screen, and you just easy to miss things. So I would personally use the computer or the laptop, some sort of the bigger screen that you're gonna have the opportunity to have a look at it. But just to trade off from the app, I would not recommend on that one. So it's always good to have a look at the bigger screen, and some things you can't put it on the app. I don't know how it is on a 212, but like on as the MetaTrader 4 goes, some things I cannot put on my app as of the MetaTrader app on the mobile phone, but what I can do it on my laptop. So it's better to have the computer. Review on using trading 212 generally. All right, okay, so your view of trading 212. Personally, I have not used the 212. I'm pretty sure they are regulated. So the one thing, when you pick in a broker, make sure that they are regulated. But personally, I never had an experience to trade 212, so I can't really comment on that one. So I don't know if it's good or bad. If any of you guys using the 212, you can just leave it in the comments. We can always share the information. That's always helpful. So if some of you using 212, you can just share your experience, what you think about 212, because I personally have not used it, so I can't really say if it's good or bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna jump into damn it, my memory. Okay, Australian dollar against USD. So I'm gonna analyze this Audusd. Okay, let's go to daily time frame. Let's go to daily time frame. Okay, let's see what we have on this one. Okay, on the daily time frame. Let's see one thing. What was that? Okay, so yeah, so I did analyze that. Yeah. Okay, so Australian dollar against USD. So on here, as of the Aussie against USD, we have As of the, we're looking strong, so we can see on this level in here the price had a nice momentum. It pushed the price fairly high, but now we are seeing that the price is sort of going into this mode. It's kind of choppy in a way, but its price is still moving up and down. So as of the, just starting to look weak. Maybe it will eventually maybe it will break this zone and continue towards a downside, but for now it's struggling to break this zone. But my view on this one is turning into sort of short rather than the long side play, so it's more like a short, but I do want to see most likely the confirmation. Certainly on a swing basis, but let's go to a 4-hourly time frame, see what we have on the 4-hourly time frame. Okay, on the 4-hourly time frame, so the price on the 4-hourly time frame, the price tested that support level, and now this one is looking as a retracement. So the price, when the price came down, it has taken out this low or not? Yeah, it has. So we can see that this low, this spike low, is marginally lower than this one. So the price has managed to take out this low in here, and now it's having this a nice retracement. It does not looking strong. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So it took almost. It took 3 4-hourly candles to recover this 1 4-hourly candle. So when the price does that, generally means that there's going to be a continuation towards, in this case, towards downside, because we do have we put this nice 4-hourly bearish candle, and now it's kind of coming up. Potentially, the price might push up to this level. Which is around 64. Around 64.60, around 64.60 levels. So that could be a potential for the short trade. I'm definitely looking for a short one on this one. We do have the this 4-hourly time frame. Looks like, actually, can I put the trend line in here? Let's have a look. Okay, it does. Okay, yeah, it's kind of nice trend line on the 4-hourly time frames. So we do have this trend line. Yeah, there's a good chance the price will push. So at this level will be with the trend line as well. So we have this high and as well as a trend line. When the price comes up, if it does it on this 4-hourly time frame, it's going to be the yeah, just right about the highs and the trend line. If it does in the for the next 4-hourly candle, maybe a bit off, but still looking decent towards short side. So let's have a look. 64.60, roughly about 64.60. So we want our stop loss is about, yeah, this is a decent 64.80. So it requires about 10 pips stop loss. Actually, it's not bad at all. Now let's look for the targets on this one. So it could be this one, 64. Let's go to. Don't worry, I'm gonna write the levels down. So don't worry about if you just missed what I'm saying about the levels. So I'm gonna be writing the levels down, so you would not miss. So we got 64.02. Okay, so I'm not really certain that the price will break this. Okay, so what we can do. Let's go to 1-hourly time frame. See what we have on the 1-hourly time frame. Okay, the price. Nice retracements. Yeah, it aligns pretty well. Okay, so what I will be looking on this one. So let's go to 4-hourly time frame. If the price manages to come up around 64.60 or 64.65 zone, so at this these 4-hourly highs, where also it comes with the this nice trend line in here. So if the price comes up at this level, Then I will be looking for the short trades, and if we get onto, let's call it a level at 64.60, we will be looking for only 20 pips stop loss. 20, so we're looking for 64.80 up to 64.80. You can give it extra 5 pips, so 25 if you want to, we can allow that. And for the targets, if you want to play it safe, then we can put the targets down to was it 64 64.05. Yeah, 64.05. So we can, if you want to play it safe, we can put the targets at 64.05. So we're looking for about 55 pip gain with about 20 pips stop loss. So works out about 1 to 3 RR. So risk reward on that one. So, but if you want to give it the weight, and maybe there could be potential that the price can break this zone and then make its way down to this level, then you can certainly do that, but keep in mind that the price can be sneaky, come down to this level, maybe even take out this spike low down here on the daily time frame, and then still start chopping around, so it might come up and you get stopped out. So just keep that in mind on when you take if you take this trade. So 64.05 will be the target on this one, or the second target could be down to down to this level already. 62, it will be 62.90 zone. Okay, so let's look at the the one thing is the New Zealand against USD. So the one I analyzed, the first currency, and Australia against USD, they generally do. They have a high correlation, so they tend to move pretty much similarly. So maybe you don't need to take don't take too many trades on. So don't take the trades on the New Zealand against USD and Australia against USD. So just probably pick one and take because both of them are short, of course. So let's write the levels. So the levels was 60. Which was the level? 60, 64.60. About 64.60. And the USD. So and the USD type, and we'll be sell on this one. Entry would be what was it? 0.6460. And as of the stop loss goes, we're looking 20. I think 20 pips will be more than enough. If you can give it 25, that will be fine as well, but it does going to affect your risk reward. So target's going to be at 64.05. 64.05. However, if you want to hold the position, you can do that. There could be a chance that the price will break that the daily low, so you can do that. You can hold the position, but you need to always accept that the price might not do that, and then it come back up and you get stopped out. So always keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go back to the questions. So what's okay? So I did. Sorry, that's what. Okay, so I did answer that. Shaz say, thank you, George. Did you start with MetaTrader 4? Yes, Shaz, I did start with. Actually, hold on. Yeah, it was quite a long time ago. Let me think. I started, when I started, I was using the actual the platform of the website, basically on the brokerage website. You can use their platform as well, but it's generally not that good. So I started with that, but then soon I realized when I done more and more research, I moved to the MetaTrader 4. It was probably like a month I traded with from the brokerage website, because they do offer the charts and all that, but it's not that good. So then soon after I moved to the MetaTrader 4. So yes. MD Summon is good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, MD Summon. Please, XAU USD analysis. So gold against USD. Okay, I can have. I think we only have. Okay, so we do have 25 minutes. Okay, we might squeeze in the two currencies in there. So okay, so the gold and the US dollar Japanese yen towards sell side. Okay.
Questions from.
Okay, I'm gonna return to the questions after. So let's analyze. See, I don't think I'm gonna have more time for more than two currency pairs. So I'm gonna do the gold and the US dollar Japanese yen. Then I'm gonna come back to the questions. So no worries about the. I will be answering the questions after I'm done with the analysis. So no worries. You can pop in the questions, more questions, and then I will be answering them. After I'm done with the analysis. So gold USD. Ooh, okay, gold is moving nicely. Generally, when it comes to the gold, I hold. I do like to hold the position on gold. Actually, I haven't looked at the gold for some time, so I'm guilty of that. As of the gold, yeah, the gold is shooting up pretty nicely. This was the coronavirus. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Yeah, the gold is edging higher. Let's go to the monthly time frame. Okay, so I see where it's going now. So we have the price is coming to the. So we got another. I don't know, 10 pips. So the price is coming to this monthly resistance up to this level. So that could be a very good potential for the long side play. If so, what I would be expecting on this one, ideally will have a reaction on this monthly high. Generally, because the monthly time frame is very high, there's a good chance that the price will have a reaction on the high time frame. So most likely it's going to be a lot of traders taking their orders off in this level. So that will mean the price will. The price will go down, so that will call a retracement. That's where we can use to get on to the long side. This is gonna be a swing, more like swing, because my targets for the potential target is gonna be up to this level. Will be this monthly high at 1820. However, we do need a bit of a retracement on. Let's see where the potential. It might take some time actually on this one. The weekly. Let's go to daily. Okay, so we've been chopped in here, and then we have broken out of this level up here. $17.31. Sweet. Yeah, as of the swing potential goes on this one, I would be expecting for the price to potentially to retrace down to maybe 17.30. Depends on the intensity of the retracement. So if the momentum is gonna be strong towards downside, then the price might we might wait and see if the price will continue to fall a bit more. So it depends. So far, the gold, it does looking very strong. It's edging higher. So yeah. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what we have on the. Yeah, this is 4-hour time frame. We can see that the price is not even having much of a retracements. It just have a very mild, very small to no retracements at. Oh, okay, I know what the time frame looks okay. So we did have this little retracements up here, and then price shoot higher. So I will be looking for the long side as of the bigger picture. As of the short the day trades concerned, I can't really for now it's a bit difficult to anticipate on the short-term trading in this one. But as of the As of the swing trading, I do see a good potential on the swing trade basis. I can't really see the day trades yet. The price has to do a bit more, maybe come down to this level, and then we can buy it. But for now, or short it, depending how it's going to come down. For now, the day trades I can't really. I don't really see any potential for the day trades. However, as I mentioned, the swing trading opportunities, it does looking good, but it will not set up yet. Most likely gonna be in the next couple of days, for maybe the second half of this week, if the price decides to even retrace, because it does looking pretty strong. Let's see, weekly, back to weekly again. Yes, 1730. So 1730 looks like a good area for the if the price decides to come down, it will be a good area to take the trade towards alongside. And for the we're gonna target the monthly high. I believe it was 1820 or something. 1820. Yeah, 1820. And even maybe up to these highs. So, but that's under question. It still needs to do a bit of work before I take the trade on this one. So, but I do see a swing potential on this trade. So maybe even semi-swing, because the range is semi-swing to the swing trading potential on this one. Definitely looking pretty good towards upside. Okay, let's move to the USD Japanese yen. So that will be USD JPY. Okay, we don't need monthly up here. Let's go to the daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame. I think MD said sell. Okay, MD, someone saying sell. I believe that's waiting as well, because I actually have a trade on this one as well. I do have a swing trades on the euro against British pounds and US dollar against Japanese yen. Both of them are the swing trades, and we're rushing to sell that one. Okay, on a daily time frame, we are going into this indecision candles in here, so it doesn't look particularly good. And let's go to the short time frames, where we're gonna have a bit zoom in and see where the what the price is doing. So actually, I did take the trade. I believe that was the last week. I can't remember what was the level. I think it was 107 something somewhere. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So the point is that I was not actually expecting for the price to have this bigger retracement, but it did. And then now the price went up, came down, and now it's going up again. So it's kind of messing around. It's not really doing much. As of my my view was, as of the bigger view was towards alongside, but it's now it's my view is starting to shift, potentially maybe even short side. But for now, I do want to wait and see what the price gonna do, because actually it can go either direction. We have this very strong bullish candle as of this. This is a daily candle, so this daily bullish candle, and this meant to be a retracement, but because we're starting to go into this sort of a choppy mode in here as of the daily time frames, we can see it's up down, and then the last week we had down on Friday, and we put it as a sort of a spinning top, and then for today it's coming back up. So it doesn't really it's not really clear whether it wants to continue towards upside and join this maybe the early trend, which was kind of developing, but it did not really clarify it was developed yet, or it will roll over and continue to fall, maybe down to this level. So far it's not very very clear, so I do want to wait and see what the price gonna do in the next coming days. Could be the reason because of the USA and China trade wars, so that could be maybe a lot of traders are waiting for until that is kind of more like a resolve, because a lot of tensions between China and USA. So that could be the reason why it's It's kind of still moving around, and it's not deciding whether it's going to go up or down. So this is more like a waiting game on this one. Even on the day trades, the price is pushing up to this level. Tested this now. Okay, let's go to 1 hour time frame. Maybe it's going to be a small opportunity for the day trades. 107.35. Okay, maybe there is a daily opportunity. Okay, now let's go back to 4 hourly. See what we have. Okay, no, we do have this 107.30. Too close. Let's go back to 1 hourly. See what we can do. Maybe. Okay, just before I say it, let me just see. So I was thinking maybe a long play towards to 107.35, but it's very tight range, so I can't. No, I can't really justify it. It's probably good for a scalp trading, more or less. This is scalp trading, because even on the day trades, the very tight range. We're looking like 15 pip gain on this one, which is would be like a 5 pip stop loss. So I don't take trades like this one. So this is, I would say, more a waiting game. So this is wait and see where the price is going to decide. It's going to heads. So far I can't really say what it's going to do. So this is my view, but yeah, again, I am long on this trade for the potential long sides. I did get onto Monday or Tuesday, so down around these. Oh yeah, down to these levels, down to this low. But then the price started to mess around, so it did look a good trade at that time. But for now, it's looking less favorable towards long side or even for the short side. So that's why I'm saying it's more like a waiting game and see what's going to happen. So okay, this was the USD JPY. So okay, now back to the questions. Some bigger question, if you don't mind. Charles is asking, of course, you can ask questions, not a problem at all. Sang is asking, how much time do you spend for watch the market? Ooh, very good question. Actually, let me think. How much time I spend? Quite a decent portion of amount of my day. I would say. Let me see. So I look at in the morning. That's the first thing. Depends also how the markets are behaving, but I do fairly good few hours at least. I do spend good few hours to look at the charts. Generally, because I do day trading and swing trading, obviously swing trading does not take as much time, but day trades does take more time, because sometimes you need maybe waiting for something to see, and you're just waiting for that, I don't know, the 1 hour candle to close or something, and then you might be sitting there and checking the other things. But I do spend a lot of time to in front of the screen. So I would say good couple of hours. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I do say that I do spend in front of the screen 6 hours straight. So it do have gaps in between, because if I look at the I do look at the higher time frames, let's say 1 hourly or 4 hourly, because they don't change. 1 hour candle doesn't change. It only changes after 1 hour. So if I see that, okay, I'm going to wait for this candle to close and there's a 1 hour, then I still have 1 hour to do something else. So, but overall combined, it does take quite a bit of time. So that was down. MD Salmon says, thanks for your analysis. You're welcome, MD Salmon. Or up. Shaz, okay. Shaz, oh, I didn't miss the question. So did you start out using MetaTrader 4? Not for the first month. From the very beginning, I started trading from the brokerage charts. Then after about a month or two, I moved to the MetaTrader 4. So you could say that I did most from the early stage. I did from the MetaTrader 4. Other risk factor in trading currency, are there any other fees associated to trading? Yes, there are other fees. You can have a commission. That's very depends on the brokerage. Some brokerage, they charge the commission. Ideally, you want the one with the commission, because a lot of people go from the non-commissions. They offer a lot of brokerage nowadays. They offer a no commission. However, they still get you because if they don't charge you the commission, they still have to make money somehow. So they do have they make money out of the spreads, so they might have a wider spreads than normal. So yes, there are other charges, as well as you have the overnight charges, which applies to I think all the brokers, they charge the overnight rate, which means, let's say if I open the position now and then it rolls over to the next day, then I'm gonna incur a charge, either charge or the credit. That's it's probably complicated to for you because you're new. That depends for the interest rates. So it depends on the country of the interest rate. So if I'm trading USD against the euro, so it depends what the interest rates are on that particular countries. And if you're buying the currency which interest rates is higher than the currency you are selling, then you're gonna incur credit. So you're gonna be putting that portion of the percentage of the the country, because you're buying their currency. So probably a bit complicated for you to catch up, but it just needs time. So learning, it's a very long learning curve. Even for me, after I've been trading for like a good few years now, I still every day I'm still learning. I'm reading a lot, and I'm still looking for the ways to improve. So that the learning never stops, never ever. So it's still a learning curve. What starts the trading? Are there tax implications for UK citizens trading? Yes, there are. Depends. So if you're trading the forex, then yes, you will incur the tax. But in order to meet, so what's the rate on this one? So I think you have to be making a certain amount for you to pay the tax. Generally, you don't have to worry about that one, because especially as a beginner trader, there's unlikely you will be making so much money that you will have to pay tax, unless you put, like, I don't know, like a huge amount of money. Then yes, but then you will be making a lot of mistakes on the way, so there's a good chance that you will be losing more than you making money. So I would say that you don't have to worry about paying tax in this case as a beginner trader. But if you want to completely avoid tax, then you can do a spread betting, which is tax free. But as of the beginner, it's not for you to worry about yet. Maybe after a year or two, then you can look into it. But for now, as a beginner, I wouldn't say you don't have to worry about the tax at the moment. So hopefully, I really appreciate this. Session. Looking forward to tomorrow already. Thank you, Charles. Did I miss anything? Gold could be a nice investment after correction. Yeah, Sarang could be a good investment for the gold. Correct. What else? Eurgbp make it down, then for a nice buy. I'm expecting. Song say yes to make a down, then for a nice buy I'm expecting. Yeah, hopefully it's gonna go up, because as I said, I'm long on that USD Japanese yen, but whether the price gonna decide to do that or not, that's another story. So for now, the way it's looking at the moment is it's a bit undecisive. So I'm looking at because we have this very strong momentum on the daily last Friday, I believe. It gives me sort of the view that the price, good chance the price will push higher, but there's other factors, which is the price could continue, could fall. And someone, thank you for the like. If you find, so we don't have time, right? 3 minutes left. Okay, so I think, yeah, we are running out of time, so we are only 3 minutes, because I was late today because of my new laptop decided to not to play out, so I do apologize. So I was 15 minutes late. Yeah, my laptop, I do have a new laptop, so I'm still like, I did test it yesterday, but decided to not just right about before I was going to live, we started to boom. So I'm still using today the old one, but as of hopefully tomorrow we're gonna have that. I'm gonna be testing it, so hopefully we're gonna have tomorrow. This one has a better camera and it's gonna look better as of the resolutions and all that, so it will be much quicker, and I think I will be able to stream on the better quality video as well, so that will be good. So, okay, guys, I will be signing out shortly. And if you find this video helpful or interesting, please smash that like. It really means a lot to me. So don't forget to hit that like. It really helps to support my channel, and it also motivates me to make even better and more and better videos. I do upload every day, and I will continue to do that. Also, we do this live daily forex analysis, or live forex analysis. Actually, I changed it because I do cover a lot of kind of semi swings and swings in there as well. So we do that live forex analysis Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. UK time. So 5 days a week, we can interact with each other, also with the audience. And you can ask questions or request any other currency analysis. So it's good fun to be in here. As well as I do upload weekly forex analysis and the videos about the tips how to improve your trading, especially about mindset. So I'm going to be putting more at least once a week on that. My aim is at least once a week to upload videos like this one about the mindset, because it's very, very important. It's way more important than any strategy you can ever have. So I'll be covering that one in the next for the future as well. Okay, guys, have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. UK time. Have a great day, and thanks to my lovely assistant who helped me a lot and reminds me who made sure that I got all your questions as well as your requests. And I do forget sometimes the currencies, and it does save time to look up. She already has everything ready, so that's good. So thanks for her. And okay, guys, I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Have a great day.